Hey everybody, today I want to do a demonstration of the optical tremolo pedal that I built. The plans are actually in Make Magazine. I can't think of the issue number right now, but I'll put that in the video description. But it's actually kind of a fun pedal to play with. The basic concept of how it works is there's an LED here, which I can show. There's a blue LED up here. It can be any color, it doesn't matter, but I like blue. And then if I take off the disc, there's a photoresistor down here inside this black foot, or like stand up. And the way photoresistors work is the more light shines on them, the more they resist. And so when you put on a disc here, you can hear, with all the light shining through the disc onto the photoresistor, the guitar signal is very quiet. And then when I move it so that no light gets on the photoresistor, or very little, the guitar signal gets a whole lot louder. And so if we then motorize this to make it automatic, wrong switch, you get a tremolo. And so that's pretty much how it works. I'll take off the disc here again to show you some of the controls. There's the power switch here, which supplies power to the LED, but then before going to the motor, the power goes through this direction switch here, and you can choose forward or backwards. So if you have an asymmetrical pattern disc, you can change the direction of the pattern, which gives a different sound. And then from that switch it goes to this 5-way rotary switch, which adjusts the speed of the motor, so you can have a speed that ranges anywhere from very slow to almost too fast to use. And it was actually kind of complicated getting the speed knob to work correctly, because this motor draws so much current. It's not the right motor for this project, so I'm probably going to end up picking up a new one from Radio Shack or somewhere. But and then finally, the last control is the potentiometer that adjusts the amount of tremolo. And so that's basically the controls that I have on here. And since the design is basically just a photoresistor that resists the guitar signal and puts some of it to ground, you can plug in your amp and guitar in either jack and it'll work just fine. So I guess now I'll demonstrate some of the discs that I have. You already heard this one. This one's kind of just a rectangular shape cut out of one side of the disc, so this is symmetrical, and the direction switch will not have an effect on it. But moving on to the next disc, you've got kind of this pattern, which the direction switch will have an effect on. I'll show you that. I'll turn this speed way down. Oop, that's all the way up. I know how to work my projects. Alright, so you kind of hear it's da-da-da in Morse code terms. And then if I switch the direction switch to backwards, then it will be da-da-dit. And so that's how that works. It's pretty simple. But then, so this is the slowest speed. I can turn it all the way up like it was. That sounds kind of weird. A little bit too fast for my liking. But again, this motor has some problems. It's not the best for slow speeds. I think it was actually part of a quadricopter or something, which is kind of embarrassing. But and there's a speed kind of in the middle somewhere. But moving on to the next disc, anyway. There is this one, which is kind of like an X configuration. And since this one is symmetric, the direction switch won't have any effect on it. Here it is, the slowest speed. So there's that one. see, which one haven't I done? Well, this one. And so this one, there's just a whole bunch of lines. I'm not even sure what to call this one, but it produces kind of a cool sound. That one, and since this one is asymmetric, you can switch the direction switch to backwards, and while I can't tell what the pattern is, it's going so fast even at the slowest speed, it technically does change the sound. And I guess just for demonstration purposes, I will turn down the amount potentiometer gradually, and so you can hear what that sounds like. This is the dry guitar signal. And then if I turn it up, that's with all the tremolo mixed in. And then that's about halfway. So it does have a really dramatic change on the sound. But I think that's it. If you have questions, post in the comment section or give me an email. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.